Hello guys, my name is Jay or DA and welcome back to another episode of the Space Engineers Spotlight. So, a while ago we did see a space elevator that did work and function properly, but I found a more refined version of that works with the maglev rails by Drago Corvan, and this seems to work really, really well. It's very, very smooth, but it does bring your sim speed quite low and your frames quite low as well. But basically, this is designed by NetAgent, and it is called a space elevator. And this takes you just before you leave the gravity well of the planet, so it doesn't take you fully out to space. But you get the idea, and it can be extended. It just hasn't been tested fully in the field, so he hasn't actually tried to link up two planets with this yet, but I think it'd be really, really cool to link up two planets, and just imagine that, being able to just transport yourself to another planet via this thing that just, you know, is a straight line. But again, it wouldn't technically work because in real life you've got the rotation of, you know, both planets and whatever, so this would, you know, potentially, well, it would snap because it would never line up properly and whatnot, so it wouldn't technically work in real life. But with the space engineers side of things and how it works, this would work, being as the planets don't revolve. It's at, I think, is it, yeah, the skybox revolves around you rather than the planet revolving around the skybox, because that makes it less laggy and whatnot. But again, this would work, I think, with two planets. Again, it hasn't been properly tested, but we'll give it a shot and see what happens. We're just testing it going up into space and seeing what the hell happens with this thing. So, it's very, very easy to work. It does have all the features in there ready to go. And again, it does have these like lovely little pods in here that allow you to jump inside and have oxygen, because of course you are going out into space, which is a non-oxygen environment. So we do have this large area, 4 pods either side, and basically it just allows us to fly it from whichever side we jump in at. So you could easily block off one of these entrances or exits and make it so it's a space elevator that takes you onto, say, a mothership or something like that. It'd be really, really cool to see that happen, to be honest. But I think without further ado, we'll get this thing started because it will take quite a while. So these benches aren't actually hooked up, so I'm going to find a bench that is actually hooked up and see if we can get ourselves moving. Here we go. So this basically has 2 remote control blocks. You have an up and a down, and they're controlled by autopilot. So you just hit up and it takes you up, and I haven't figured out the proper way of stopping it yet. I think I got the buttons confused and whatnot and broke it a little bit when I first tried it. But it does seem to work okay if you don't spam the buttons and whatnot. So let's hit number 1 and we'll start to slowly ascend into space. And it does, I believe, pick up speed. Now, as you can see here, the maglevs are just keeping us in line quite nicely and neatly. What we'll do is we'll actually jump out of this. And all it does is just use the hydrogen thrusters. Now, this would take a lot of hydrogen to get off the ground, and just bear that in mind. But as you see, it is picking up a lot of speed now, and we are moving a bit quicker, so much so I'm having to actually quicken up the camera now. But yeah, it's a pretty damn cool and pretty nifty thing to see. Again, I have seen ones in the past, but they haven't been as well built as this one. But I'm sure it uses a lot of the features that current ones use, but again, just a little bit more refined, a little bit cooler. And again, it seems to work very, very well up and down here. So yeah, I mean, it just keeps going, really. I mean, as you can see how high we are now, it's pretty damn ridiculous, and we are building up some ridiculous amount of speed, and we are actually traveling at 431 or 432 kilometers an hour, which is pretty damn quick. And I'm actually struggling to walk now because it's actually pulling me down a little bit now. Yeah, here we go. So it's actually, because this thing is traveling so fast, it's pulling my body down, and I'm slowing down in terms of walking, and everything's shaking a little bit. But other than that, again, it seems to be okay. Again, my frames are fairly steady in all fairness. So about 35 with this, which isn't too bad. But again, beefy computers are recommended for this, I think, because of the amount of mag locks and whatever. And yeah, it's just a really nifty thing to have. So let's go back into F8 and see how we've actually gone. Jesus Christ, this thing gets places, doesn't it? So we are actually getting up into the atmosphere now, and we can actually watch it ascend a little bit as well. I mean, look at that gets up here with speed. And again, if it can get up and get back down, you know, without any issues or any problems, imagine being able to not say go this high, but maybe just bring yourself to a point where you say got a mothership, and this could be offloading and loading people and cargo and maybe other ships that are locked in on the landing gears with it and stuff. That'd be really, really cool. But as you can see, we've literally left the atmosphere now, and we are pushing out of the gravity well, and we are, yeah. So we've got 50.56 G left. I think 56. At this point it's about 62 G. So we are getting there, and I don't know actually where. I don't actually know where it stops. I think this is the top. Yeah. So all he's done here is he's got 2 points. One's the ground and one's the top, and he just has got it programmed with the autopilot to follow these 2 points, and these are, I believe, exact centers. So you'd have to make sure you place your thing close to exact centers. But again, you can change the height and the size and whatever else you need to. And we are actually getting quite close to the top now. We're about, yeah, we're getting there. Jesus Christ, this thing moves. I mean, how fast are we going now? We're about, again, it's kind of teetering at 431, 432. So, but again, look at us walking. It takes us into like floaty mode every now and then. It's a bit awkward and weird. But Jesus, I mean, we are getting places. But yeah, I just love concepts like this. Again, really big, ridiculous builds, but you know, it's something that somebody's actually gone out and spent time on and looked at and gone, can it actually be done? Is it physically possible? And with this, I would say it is physically possible. It very much is. And as you can see, this works like a dream. The only thing you've really got to put up with is having this framework bit after bit after bit. But he's actually made it so you can have stops here, so you can actually jump off if you want to and whatever. So yeah, it's really, really nicely built, and I think we are getting very, very close to the top now, and I hope it stops itself. That's the only thing. I hope it slows down quick enough to stop itself. Yeah, it's slowing itself down now, so autopilot will slow itself down. And yeah, that's just so I mean, that is probably within the space of 5 minutes it took us to get up into outer atmosphere, which is bonkers really. God knows what it's like going back down, because you probably pick up a bit more speed. But let's just wait for this to stop fully, and we'll exit the ride. And there we go. Look at that. So cool. And we're in space now, so we can we're practically in space. We are still again in the planet's gravity. So this, you know, we've still got a little bit of gravity keeping us down, which is kind of good in all fairness. I kind of like this. It's kind of like a station, but yeah. So that is basically it, guys. Again, I'll probably put some links to some other elevators into the description box below, and I'll put the link to this in the description box below so you guys can check it out and maybe have a look at it, tweak with it. Again, it only takes 2 mods. It takes a speed mod, because of course Space Engineer's speed is a bit slow for things like this, so it's got a speed mod, which is the mid-space ship speed 1000 mod, and again the maglev rails by Drago Corvan. So go and check this out, tweak with it, play around with it, and just try and, you know, hook it up to a station or something, see what happens. And you know, if something cool happens, give me a shout and I'll happily have a look at it. But if you guys have enjoyed today's video, please like, favourite, and of course subscribe for more, and I will see you guys later. Peace.